Today I'm looking at an online video editor called InVideo. This will help you make professional videos quickly, over 10,000 templates and images. So for example, if you've got an article or blog or script that you need to present, or maybe to get on some kind of media to show, this is a software for you. Also supports many languages, and also creating something visual also helps with the learning process or understanding. So for example, you might have yourself an article, so you can bring it to life by creating a video out of that article and then showing it on YouTube, Facebook, or wherever you need to. So without further ado, let's get stuck in and see what it can do. Once you go to this website, you can log in and do a few videos for free just to give you an idea. We're presented with three options. The first one is I want to convert an article to video. Again, that's your own blog or article that you want to just bring to life. Or maybe you want to explore pre-made templates. There are loads of templates in there you can work with. Maybe you want to do a video ad, for example, or maybe your own social videos, or promotion you need to do. You can do it quickly with this. Now the bottom option I recommend as well. It says here I'm a pro video editor, start from scratch. Now they make this easy to use. There's nothing technical there though. You've got some really good options. So you could start from there, but you just start from scratch without a template. So I'm going to start with the top option. I want to convert an article to video and left click that. Now I've got two options to the left, stories or listicles. Again, depending on what you do. On listicles you've got corporate there, could be useful. Maybe a holiday you want to talk about, or something just bright ideas. But what I like to do is come up to all ratios. You've got different ratios you can use depending on where you want to share your media. For example, 6:9 I tend to use for YouTube and Facebook, or you might want the vertical for Instagram stories, or maybe you just want square for Facebook and Instagram. I'm going to leave it on 16:9, and then that will show you what's compatible with 16:9. You can use that. If I come up to stories, I'm going to go back to all ratios again and select 16:9. But anything you like, for example, if I click technology, tap the little heart, top left hand corner, you can see it's added. If I add freestyle maybe, again it's added, so you can add your favourite templates quickly if you need them. So I'm actually going to leave this on technology and left click on it, and then we're going to click pause and stop the music. Don't worry about the music or anything, because you can edit everything to do with these templates if you need to anyway. So see to the right we've got the 16:9 which I chose, and I'm going to select start with this template. Now I'm ready to go. Next I need to add a headline, so I'm going to pop in there 3D effects as that interests me, and now I'm going to tap into it. It says add story. This could be your article, whatever information you want to add. Now I've got some text that I've got here that I'm going to copy and paste. What this does is it'll try and convert every sentence to a new scene, so they're trying to break down your information for you in your storyboard so you can work with it. It might not always be where you want it to be in, but you can always edit it later. But just to give you a good basis to work from. So I'm going to Control V and paste some text in there as an example. And you can see here, you are limited I think to 50 sentences. So bear that in mind. And then what they'll do is then take your article information and break it down to separate scenes. If you like clips in your video. So I've got my title at the top and I've got my information. If I want, I'm not going to do that now, but you can add your website in there and it will fetch the data from your website. But bear in mind, due to technical restrictions on a few websites, it becomes challenging for them to fetch that content from that website. So they're unable to do that. If you're a business client, they can do custom integration that will allow them to then grab and fetch that information through their websites and create videos quickly. So I'm going to leave that blank, and if you want you can add your media here. Drag and drop a video in or an image. It says what you can use here, MP4, MOV, maybe you want to use an image, a JPEG, GIF or PNG. But you are limited there, 20 megs, so bear that in mind. So I'm not going to add that either. I've just added the information at the top, so I'm going to go back to next. I'm not going to rearrange the text, I want to leave it as it is, continue anyways. And we see how this comes out. And there we go. You can see automatically it's actually took my information, broke it down into different scenes for me. You see the text here as we've gone along. If I scroll down a bit more, you can see it's tried to edit the images and information regarding that as well. Now you come up here, it says text is too long, split suggestion. But let me scroll to the top and start with the first option, which is your headlines. for your headline. If you want to do that, click the drop down menu. You can actually change that. Maybe you want to go to social, and you can change that to click yes, just to show you. And you can go to a social URL there, for example. But I'm going to go back to headline and select yes. And we're going to work off of that first. There's a lot of information to work with, but don't worry. To the right here, we can delete anything or even edit. We know we've got 13 scenes here because it says 01 to 13. Now, if I come up to Advanced Editor at the top, left click. There's my first scene. You can see all my scenes at the bottom, but now we can edit them as well. Let me give you a quick overview. I won't go into depth here so you can get up and running. To the right is your template you're using, which is that background you can see. Then we've got brand and custom. Now what I like to do first is always go to layers, because these are your layers you're looking at. Now look at layers as bits of paper on top of one another with different colours. If you put one underneath another, you won't see it, and so on. It works the same way on here. So hold the left button, I can move it about. That's my text box. If I put it to the top, I might want to leave that there. So what can come is the text here and select little padlock here. That's now locked. I can't move it. So you can lock things into position. Click back on layers. Now I might want to unlock my background or my overlay. So if I select the padlock and overlay, you can see the overlay there. Number of rows, so I could move that if I want. Or I might want to unlock my other overlay. And there's your other overlay. It's a matter of breaking your layers down so you can work with them. But I don't really want to move them, so I'm going to lock all them. I'm happy with that. It's just the actual headline I want to work with. So what I'm going to do is layers. I'm going to unlock it by selecting it. Now I can work with it. Once you unlock it, you've got an edit button here. Select edit. So now I can edit everything to do with that text box. Currently there's no text in there, so I'm going to type in effects. I'm not happy with the black background. So if I come down, I can go to colours and I can drag that to the left, opacity and transparency. Or maybe on a little tint. It's up to you, but I want that completely off. Text style I can change, different fonts, different sizes. I can align it to the left, right or middle, and even add bold, or if you prefer, underline. I'll leave the underline on actually. Animation, you can create animation on your text. So for example, at the moment, through the line, but I could choose characters, words or whole. But actually, I want to leave that on line. Duration will take 1 second, so I might make that 2 seconds to fade in. The text is going to fade out with no option. I'm going to leave that, but I could add a fade out option there as well if I wanted to. You've got loads of options from slide to blur to zoom and so on. You can choose what you want, but I just want to fade in. Last of all is text box animation. Again, I can choose to fade the text box in or out, but I've made it transparent anyway, so I won't need that. But if you've got every text box, then you'll be able to do that. Now I'm going to click preview, bottom left, see how it's coming out. There you go, see it slides from left to right. Excellent. There's my first header. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come to the left here. We've got loads of options you can use to really make your videos exciting. The first option is here, images or video. Let me have a look for images. I'm going to type 3D in there. And I'll have a little look at any images I want to use. So I'm going to select the planet, tap once, and it'll give you a look at it first. And if I want that, hold the left button, then drag it onto my project. Again, if I click on it, I can hold the left button and then angle that in there any way I want. What I actually want to do with this, I want to show, I want to come to the right and select the little trash button there. Get rid of it. I want to come down and select enhancers. And I'm going to use an option called masks. So I'm going to select a round one, tap it once and it'll add it. So at the moment I've just got a round circle with an image on it. Now what I can do is go back to my media, look for that image again, hold the left button and drag it on to the mask shape. And then I can add it that way to give it a bit more effect. And then drag it a bit smaller. Put that in the corner And because I've highlighted that on the right, I can start editing it. So I've got image edit. I could edit the mask. I could have a bit of blur, look, if I want there. Maybe a bit too much there. Just a touch, that will do. Filters, so different filter colours and options. Bring it out a bit, but it don't matter too much. I've got the blur there. But if I turn that down a bit, you'll see that. Also, I can add image animation. So instead of it just being static there, I could choose an option, for example, I don't want to do slide, let's come down a bit more. It's actually blurred already, so I'm going to do blur. Blur from right, tap on it. I want it to blur for about 2 seconds. In place, I don't want to do anything, it's fine. But out, I could have it if I want blur out or maybe slide out or whatever option I need. But I'm happy with that. So I'm going to click play bottom left to have a look. But there you go. And again, you're adding little touches to it. But again, you don't have to add that, of course. I'm just showing you how that works. I'll click delete to get rid of that. But let's just say you had an image of your own that you want to add. Well, no problem. Come to uploads on the left, select it. And select upload. So files up to 800 megs is only allowed. Click once. I'm going to use that little line. Well, big line. It's going to upload it for me and optimize it for the web. Now, if I don't want it, I can select trash. But I do want it. I can hold the left button and drag it on. Remember, click on it and then we can resize that to exactly where you want it. So I might just want to pop that kind of there, maybe a bit smaller. And there's my image. Now I might want to liven it up a bit as well. Remember, because I've highlighted it, come to the right. I might want to crop that. So if I select crop, you're not actually making it big or small, you're actually cropping what you want just to show. So I might come in and go, do you know what, actually, all I want is maybe part of the head. So I'll get that down. So now if I crop it, select done, it will just crop that what I chose. And there we go. Still work with that though. Maybe I want to add a little blur again. I don't think I do. Or you might want to fit with a blur. You've got filters, so maybe you want to change the filter colour. It's like a 1977 style option if you want as well. And then again you've got your image animation. So for example, don't want it static, you can bring it in and fade it in after 2 seconds and select preview. And there we go. You're good to go with your first scene on your storyboard. What I'm going to do, instead of coming down and clicking 2 on here, I'm going to select storyboard at the top. So we'll see where we're at. I'm going to come to number 2 here. I'm going to select edit. Remember, you can delete if you want as well, or if you prefer, you can just play back and have a quick look at it. But I haven't added anything there apart from that text earlier that we added. So I'm going to select edit. Takes us back into the same mode. Got the text here. I'm actually going to leave. If you're a medical student, this would be great for you to create stuff for revision, for example, or towards your dissertation. So I want to come back to the left again here. We don't have to look at all the options. I've got text here. Now with this option here, you can add left click, add headline. That's the headline at the top there. But I'm going to click the trash. Don't want that. Or you might want to add a story and add it near the bottom so you can add your story. Again, I'm going to hit the trash bin there, get rid of that. But if you come down here, you've got classic options. So if I was to select to travel is to live, add that there, and then you can add already made text boxes and text if you need be. But again, I'm going to select. So definitely have a look at those templates. They're pretty good down there as well. Also, I'm going to have a look at stickers. So for example, you've got lifestyle. I'm going to type in health, see what we get. Then I could left click on the heart and it adds it to my storyboard. And I could probably pop that here. And remember, if we come to the right, because I've highlighted that image, I might even go to layers and drag that below the text. So what I need to do is unlock this. So I'm going to unlock them all, apart from the background, and then click into it. So there it is. So I need to drag the sticker below the text, and there you go. It sort of blends in better, doesn't it? Tap off it. Yeah, that looks a lot better. And on the right here, if I wanted to, if I go back to edit, or if I go up to media, and if I type in heart, scroll down, find an image that works for me. Let me choose this option, drag it where you want it, and then you can position it, resize it to how you want it on your. And there we go. Also on the left here, you've got shapes. You've got loads of shapes you can play around with. Solids and transparent ones. Let me tap the plus once to put it into your storyboard. And again on the right there with the edit button, you can edit what you want to do with that. To create an article, this is how easy to take an article or blog and build it up into a video. But a couple of quick things that might be useful. Come down here with the grids so you can be more specific with your grid where you're putting stuff here as well. Some people like to work with the grid option and click to untap it. Also you can add what's called automated voiceover. Let me show you what I mean. I'm going to select it for you. Select your language. I'll leave it in US English. Choose a voice. Let's play Matthew.
Hello, hope you are having a great time making your video.
That's good. Now it's going to read back this text that's already in there, in that voice for you. So let's try it out. I'm going to select Generate Voiceover. Click play to listen to it.
Cardiac fibroblasts play a key role in chronic heart failure.
Now click Add Voiceover to Scene. Now if I click play, it should play it back.
Cardiac fibroblasts play a key role in chronic heart failure.
That sounds pretty good and works excellently. If you come up here, it gives you the start, end, duration as well. And you can choose how much you want actually voiceover. If there's any background music, you can choose then to make that louder or less depending on what you want to do. And also you've got the fading out option. Now, how about adding your own videos? Maybe you want to create a storyboard and maybe a promotional video. So you can upload your videos and then edit them on here. It's really easy to do. So to start with, make sure you've got a video ready. And I want to select the upload button here. And then come down to the bottom and select upload files up to 800 megs and left click. Now I've got a testing one here which is a bit 3D I was messing about with a few years ago. So I'm going to select open. And it brings up this window for you automatically. Top left hand corner tells you the size of your movie and you can see just under 30 megs. Also I can play it back here to have a quick look. See how it looks. Just me playing about there. Not the best 3D in the world, I know. Then what we can do is we can upload the whole video using this option here. But actually I don't want the whole video, I just want part of the video. So what I could do is select trim video. And now we're ready to trim it. It says time in 0, time out 26, and that's the whole length of the video. But what I can actually do that if I click into here, I might say, do you know what, actually I want just the first 10 seconds. And you can see automatically it's trimmed down to 10 seconds in the timeline here. So if I now select upload, it's only going to upload that 10 seconds. I can also tick play trim sections only. So I'm going to select upload, and bottom right hand corner you can see it working away there. Get rid of that one. It shouldn't take too long, it does depend on the size of the video of course. And then it will start optimising it for another 30 seconds, ready for the web. and it's done. And you know it's done because it will appear top left hand corner in your edit scene option. Now all I need to do is hold the left button and drag it where I want it. Do I want to mute the video or remove the voiceover? Well, actually I want to leave the voiceover I did earlier. So I'm going to put no, I'm going to mute this video because I've got a bit of music in there I don't really want. And there's a video ready to go. So what I could do now is I can move it to position if I want. But I just want to play that back to show you by clicking preview bottom left again.
Cardiac fibroblasts play a key role in chronic heart failure.
And it's that simple to do. You can change the times bottom right hand corner if you need to as well, and extend your scenes, so bear that in mind. So what I want to do is get rid of that. So I'm going to go to layers and select my media video. There it is, and select trash. So that's scene 1 done. Bottom right hand corner, you've got duration there in seconds. So I'm now going to close this edit window, top right hand corner. Don't worry, you won't lose your work. So now I've got my scene there. I've got my main headlines and my first part of the storyboard here. I can then move on to my next one and again go through the same process. Now I'm going to play this back quickly for the third scene. Actually, I want to add some music to this. So to the left, select music. I don't want to add my own music. I want to add different music. Or, if you select upload my own, you can upload your own music. You are limited to what format you can upload into. I'm going to play drum bass. No charisma. I'm going to select charisma. It's 2 minutes 55 seconds long. But it doesn't because my scene's not that long anyway. And you can choose different categories there if you want as well. Remember, you can add your own with my collection here, but you are limited to MP3 WAV, AAC and OGG files, so bear that in mind as well. Once you've created all your scenes, gone through them all, you go up to the top and you can select preview and export. So it'll play it back for you, so I'll select it.
Cardiac fibroblasts.
And then that'll play it all back for you for all your scenes. So you've broke down all your information into a brilliant storyboard. Once I've done, I'll select export video. And it'll now go through the process of exporting that for me. It shouldn't take too long. And there you go, it's all done. Then if I hover over it, I've got the option here by left clicking. And it will download it for me bottom left in my browser, depending on what browser you're using. And it's an MP4 format, so I can upload that to whatever media I need. So there's one option. I'm going to select top right and create again. Come back to where we were. They've got in here what's called Explore Premade templates. So they've got thousands of templates you can use. So if you're lacking any ideas or just need a bit of inspiration, good idea to come here. You've got December calendar there, for example. You've got testimonials, invites. If you're doing promotions, it's good for that as well. There's so many different options in here. So I'm going to scroll down a bit and select outdoor and nature. And maybe you've got a November sale going. If I left click it, template, and select pause bottom left hand corner. And you can see who's created this one. You can use this as well. Add it to your favourites. Have a look here because you are limited to where you can actually use that video frame for. So you can see for Facebook and Instagram. And select start with this template and it gets you up and running quickly. Now just a quick point, if I come down to the left here, I've got all options. You can trash that or you can add a new one. But if you come in the middle here, if I left click it, I call these transitions really, but they're newly added animations. So from when one scene goes into another, you might want it to wipe a left or maybe roll to the right, film roll in right, or maybe slide cube left. So if I click slide cube left and then click preview, see if that's what it does into scene 2. And you can see how it's kind of rolled over. So again, we do everything we did before. We've got all the options on the left, but I didn't show you them all. I left some of the best to last, I feel. If you come to an option here called effects, If I went to fireworks, actually just hover over, gives you the effect of what it does. Actually, what I'm going to go for is smoke. If I hover over again, it shows you that effect. And again at the top, so I might want to actually add that effect. So if I left click, it will add it. So if I now click play, bottom left, you'll get that little effect in there of the smoke coming across. Subtle, but I think it looks really good. And again, if you select music, you can add your music and any other options that you feel you need to liven up your project. Now what I want to do last, so I won't go into detail, I want to come to the top and I can select preview and export. And you can choose whether or not you want to export that again by clicking the export button. But what I want to do here, I'm going to select delete project and select yes. I'm going to do create again, top right. This option at the bottom I haven't shown you yet, but I want to show you that quickly. I'm a pro video editor, start from scratch. I want to show you how easy it is. If you want to start from the very beginning and build your project up from there, it's easy to do. Again, choose which format you want, dimensions. So I want this for YouTube, I'll select 16:9 and select start project. All the options are the same again, as I say, but you're starting from scratch. Again, hold the left button and drag that where you want for your main header title. Maybe if I click on logo you don't want that, click the trash button. And again you can start building up information. To change the background colour here, remember what I said, go to layers. You see background's locked. Left click the padlock to unlock it. And you see that blue line that's gone round it now. Now you can edit it. So if I go to custom, click on it, I can change to a different colour that I might want. And then we can come to the left, maybe you want to go straight into effects, maybe you want some grunge, click on it, add a bit of grunge to that effect. Quick preview to have a look. And then you can start adding, for example, text. Maybe you just want a standard headline there to be put in the middle. There's so many ways of creating your video and it's so easy to use. Thanks for watching.